This is Valerie Van Boeven with the Senior Care Industry Netcast, where leaders with 3 or more years of experience in the senior care industry share their advice. It's 6 questions in 9 minutes, so let's get to it. In a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Myron Kowal, and I'm founder and CEO of RCare, a manufacturer of nurse call systems since 2006.
I am very familiar with nurse call systems as a nurse.
We always want that perspective, absolutely.
I know what that means, and I'm sure they've changed and evolved a lot since I was actually on the clinical floor, so I'm sure that has changed. Well, tell us, so are you nationwide?
Actually, international. So
wow.
We do distribute our products in Europe and in Latin America. So, cool. Yep, and they're translated. I think our systems are now translated into 6 different languages.
Wow, that's amazing. So anybody from a large hospital system to a small nursing home or a care home, anybody can purchase your systems?
So we're, for the most part, dedicated to the elder care community. So if we take a look at the continuum of care from independent living on through to skilled care facilities, we do a few systems in acute care facilities, mainly where there's a lot of mobility involved in terms of staff and residents, things like psychiatric areas and so on. But we're focused on the elder care industry.
So what is the best thing about providing your service to these types of facilities and for helping seniors with care?
So I see myself, our systems, and what we do as the voice of the elder. It is a way for those elders who are in bed or in need or otherwise need help to call for help. So we're their only voice in a lot of cases. You can push a button or pull cord, and our job is to make sure that someone responds to them in a timely and caring fashion.
And that's excellent. I always use my dad as an example. He is in a nursing care facility, and definitely, especially although he's fairly mobile and able to get up and ask for help, his roommate often is not. So he's often hitting that call light for his roommate who might not be able to talk. You know, they help each other out a little bit.
Sure.
And so those things become very important to them when they are not able to physically get up and move and go get help or whatever. So absolutely. All right, I'm going to switch my gear just a little bit. Now, I'm going to imagine that you've been online for a long time. And I hear from other senior service providers that online marketing, it can be challenging. It's definitely ever changing. What has been your experience or thoughts with online marketing, especially right now when it's hard for us to network in person?
Well, it's important to maintain a strong digital presence, someplace where your customers can do online research, find things out about your company. We're not going to be on the trade show floor anytime soon. So if you're looking for things, you need questions answered, your website's got to be able to provide it, the search engine and optimization of all those kinds of things to keep your business at the forefront. You got to keep that storefront real shiny and clean and nice.
That's right. That's where people first visualize your product right now, especially if they can't hold it in their hand right away. They're going to see it with you on Zoom or however you do that, or on your website. And then it's a little challenging right now.
So, I mean, we have a strong message to get out in terms of our mission to help, being the voice of the elder and so on. So I think that comes through loud and clear when we try to contact and work with our customer base.
That's awesome. Great. All right, switching back to your wisdom and your years in this industry, I would imagine that in your life or in your career, there have been organizations or other folks that have really done a remarkable job in your eyes. or maybe been a mentor to you or just an inspiration to your business. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to or say, you know what, these people do a really good job?
Yeah. So I've been at this for 35 years and always trying to work hard to innovate and provide things that the industry needs. And there have been a few people who have made me turn around and think twice. So number one, Dr. Bill Thomas, founder of Eden Alternative, the cultural aspect of elder care. I think that so hugely, and it changed the perception in the nurse call world from how many beds do you take care of to how many people do you take care of? And that's the difference. Really, it changed our perspective in terms of how we looked at a nurse call and how we looked at the industry as a whole. The other guy I'd like to get a shout out to is Steve Moran from Senior Living Foresight.
Yeah.
He has a way for us to look at ourselves. Oftentimes we're like the king with no clothes. We're always listening to good things that people are talking about us, but he's the guy who says, "Hey, you got no clothes on, pal." He's adding the I don't know. Maybe we're a little bit too uptight in this industry, and he adds that shot of humor and
Levity.
a little bit of self-deprecating aspect of it that keeps us real.
Nice. Yes. Both those names ring true. And the Eden Alternative has been mentioned 2 or 3 times on this podcast and this Netcast. And that is it Bill Thomas?
Yeah.
He has made a significant difference in so many people's careers and lives and their thoughts toward long-term care. So that's awesome. And Steve Moran definitely has a great sense of humor and brings a lot of good news and levity to the senior care space. So that's great. Thank you for shouting out to those people. Okay. What piece of advice would you give, because you've probably been in a lot of long-term care facilities, independent communities, assisted living, what piece of advice would you give to other long-term care providers?
Stay true to your mission. It's what drives you. That's really important. I think that the next thing is to be adaptable. And so staying true to your mission doesn't mean dig in your heels. It means to be flexible, to be compromising in some cases, to be able to do the best solution for the best situation. And we've got to constantly strive for improvement. When you talked about I've been in this industry for 35 years, and nurse call is a lot different now than it was 35 years ago. And I like to think that we had a lot to do with it, or a little bit to do with it, that makes those changes. But you got to strive to be better on a daily basis.
We can all do just a little bit better and help those seniors live with dignity and respect and have good third parts of their lives, or whatever section they're in, second half, third half, because everybody's living a lot longer now. All right. My last question is supposed to be the fun one. And this could be about anything. It doesn't have to be about business. But when you have a win in life, how do you like to celebrate? And that could be anything. It could be a birth of a grandchild. It could be a wedding, a celebration, a graduation. It could be a birthday. How do you like to celebrate?
I was going to be a wise guy and answer this thing before, but generally I like to share the whole success aspect of it. So here at the office, if something really good happens, we have an area out back. We'll do a picnic, and we'll do burgers and hots and even beer, and so those kinds of things. We've had a food truck out here before to have a little bit of a food truck rally and have some fun. But I definitely like to share it, and it's food and friends and some music and maybe a little way to let your hair down a little bit.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
do it with friends.
And right now, anything you can celebrate that is, just the little things in life that mean so much to us. It's great to have something to celebrate all the time if you can, or whenever you can. We have a lot of, we go through periods of time, or maybe a lot of time. We can dwell on a lot of bad news, but having something to celebrate is always good. So thank you for that. I'm glad you guys do some celebrating. And food trucks are a good one. We haven't had that one yet. We've had everything from a bottle of tequila to a vodka martini to dancing, and now food trucks is a good one. That's a great way to celebrate. Everybody
Well, I
loves
was going to say vodka mariachi brand and keep on going, but
yeah.
no.
Yeah, we definitely have had some vodka martinis and, just a little bit of tequila, not much. So, but anyway, those are all good ways to celebrate. But food trucks is fun. Everybody loves a good food truck.
Sure.
They're so good. Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you for doing the show, for helping us learn about nurse call system, for RCare, and for imparting your wisdom on us, because we need good news. We need wisdom of others. And that's what this show is about, is to help other business owners out there in the senior care space learn and grow from the wisdom of others, and sharing your what you do and how long you've been in this business, and how you feel about these things really helps everyone. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was my pleasure to be with you today.